please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Well, it's been a wobbly trading session actually. We have the Nifty that's trading with gains of around 60 points approximately, but at one point of time we were up 120 points. We were down to only around a 30-point gain as well just in the last 1 hour. So it's been fairly wobbly. The Nifty Bank, that's the one that you need to focus on. Remember, today is weekly expiry as well. So that's been moving around. Let's get the Nifty Bank up for you on the screen. That's holding marginally in the green, up close to around 90 points. But if you pull up the PSU index, that's where the pressure is. A lot of these PSU banking stocks, they're selling off as we speak. And today, we have the mid caps that are underperforming the frontline indices. Ekta, good afternoon.
Hi Nigel. Yes, absolutely. We have the mid-cap index, which is down around 0.6% at this point in time, and the advanced decline ratio midday itself had turned crisscross in terms of the declining side in favor of the declines, and it hasn't been any sort of respite post that. You're just seeing that expand as we go along, and that's always not a good indicator in terms of the kind of sustainability of gains that we are seeing. So that is probably something that we need to track more closely. Some news on ABB India, where they have installed EV fast charger station at Niti Aayog. So that's some news coming in. But as of now, these are the top stories we're tracking this afternoon.
We're going to be waiting by. We're going to have the PNB management. They are going to be clarifying their stance on this big issue that's really breaking out. So we'll keep an eye out on that front. Before we get to our guest, those are visuals that are coming in there. We're waiting for the management to be seated and disclose and tell us all what's going on there. The stock has taken an absolute pounding in the last couple of trading sessions. So we'll keep an eye out on that. We'll get you live visuals as and when the management is seated out there. For the time being, we need to focus on the markets. And the crisscross lines really is something that I've been looking at. We started trade with a lot of stocks that were advancing, but that quickly turned around. And yesterday's trading session as well, suddenly the number of stocks that are declining, they far surpass the number of stocks that are advancing. Currently, you have 2 stocks that are declining for just 1 stock that is advancing. But let's get straight to our guests. We have Vijay Chopra as well as Rajat Bose. They're joining in to answer all the stock queries. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Thanks so much for joining in today. Well, our first caller is already with us. We have Prajwal, who calls us from Bengaluru, has a query. Hi, Prajwal.
Yeah. Hi, Rajat, and everyone know that.
Hi, good to have you, Prajwal. We wanted to know what's your query. I believe you were looking to invest in Maggi.
Yes. Yeah, Nestle.
I was
looking to enter Nestle for a long-term investment.
Okay.
I have a son now, about 2 years now.
Is he eating Maggi?
Yeah, just started.
Okay. All right, Prajwal. So we'll find out whether or not it's the right time to buy your 100 shares. Rajat, coming across to you, the stock is holding up in the green in today's trading session, otherwise dullish market. But your take at these levels, should he buy into it?
See, first thing is that he says he is a long-term investor. In such a situation, generally you should advise that you buy part quantity here, because if you don't and if the stock moves up, then you will suffer from FOMO, fear of missing out. And part quantity, I would suggest that you buy on a decline, say somewhere between 7350 and 7100, and there is no fear of a major correction coming here, because Nestle has just completed a correction. So on a market decline, I suppose he would get the stock between 7350 and 7100, and I would suggest that he buys partly at current levels as well. And Nestle is quite unrelated with market volatility as such. So, and the Maggi crisis is a thing of the past. So buy here and buy at lower levels as well.
Okay, so that's the view coming in on Nestle, but there was an update which flashed on your screen where there is a press conference which is going to take place for PNB, but there is also a conference call which is scheduled at 5:30 p.m. this evening. So that is going to actually be important, because all of the analysts are probably going to log on to that call. Investors are going to log on to that call just to understand the kind of magnitude of the issue that we're facing at this point in time, and try and get details in terms of the nuances and which banks are involved, how much is at stake here, and that would be actually an important call to track as well.